as the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva's Kalyana Sundara Murti, Uma Maheshwara Murti, Sukhasana Murti, Umesha Murti, Gauri Leela Samanvita Murti, Gauri Varaprata Murti, Paramashiva Shakti, Devi Meenakshi, and more. I bless you all with Paramadvaita. Paramashivasya Kalyana Sundara Uma Maheshwara Suhasana Umesha Gauri Leela Samanvita Gauri Varapradamurtinam Paramashiva Shakti Meenakshi Swarupasya Parat Paratvenacha Paramavatare Paramadvaita Praptaye Yushmabhyam Sarvepya Asishaha Dadami. Om. 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 Direct message from Paramashiva, directly from KAILASA. Listen. Nava Tattva. As I explained already, this Navaratri, we will experience God through this great revelation of Nava Tattva from Paramashiva. Listen to the original words of Paramashiva in the original language he revealed. Listen. Proktani Navatattvani Kalani cha Navashrunu Vidata Srishtikaletu Stitikaletu Kesavaha Samharakale Rudrastu Bhohakale Maheshwaraha Yogakaledu Sadakyo Jnanakaledu Bindukaha Dvanikaletu Nadatma Cha Anyakaletu Shaktayaha Sivakale Viseshentu Cha Ishanopi Tatakramat Shivamurti Shaktimurtir Nadatma Bindumurtikaha Sadashiva Mageshana Rudra Keshava Vedasam. First thing, listen. Very rarely Paramashiva uses the word listen during verses. When he is revealing the teachings, he is revealing to the beings who are almost in oneness with him. Their attention span is literally exactly as Paramashiva, but he uses the word listen not for them, but for all of us who are going to listen later on from them. In this verse, he is using the word Shrunu. First line itself. Proktani Navatattvani Kalani cha Nava Shrunu. Means just by listening, you will experience Paramashiva. There are some sutras where he will say, practice, abhyasa. Those principles, if you practice, you will achieve that result. There are some sutras, he will say, do puja. So those principles, if you do puja, you will achieve that result. He gives a clear instruction when he reveals the truths to us. In this verse, he uses the word shrunu, listen. So, I will reveal the sacred secrets elaborately, detailed way. Just listen. If your attention span is very short and you want to increase it, just keep the Atma Linga in your hand like this. Keep the Atma Linga in your hand. Keep it near Anandagandha, means above the navel, below the heart, and sit. When I am explaining each principle, your Atma Linga will stand up. You can see it stands up. If it is standing up, everything I am revealing is going directly inside your being, and it is also getting recorded in your Atma Linga. So, if you are wearing that Atma Linga, that's enough. You will never forget these great truths. It will constantly be soaking in your bio-memory, bio-energy, muscle memory. You will be soaking in it. Those great truths will be soaking in you. You will be soaking in those great truths, in those great experiences. So, if you want, I'll give you a few seconds, few minutes. Run and pick up your Atmalinga. And if you want, you can even pick up cup of coffee, cup of tea, hot chocolate, anything which makes you fresh, alive, increases your attention span. For some people, just cup of water will increase their attention span. Being hydrated will increase their attention span. For some people, cup of coffee. For some people, cup of tea. Some people, cup of hot chocolate. Anything you want to increase your attention span. Bring it. Sit. You can sip. Not alcohol. Surely alcohol will not expand your attention span. Other than alcohol, you can bring anything you want to drink. Sit. During the satsang, you can continue to sip. Nothing wrong. Don't worry at all. It is not disrespect. You being attentive is all I want now. Because these are wonderful principles. Listen. The first principle. Listen. The first principle you need to understand is whatever is in Brahmanda is in Pindanda. Whatever is in macrocosm is in microcosm. You are just pure reflection of Brahmanda, like hologram. Listen. I was studying the Jyotish Shastra and some of the extended literatures related to Jyotish Shastra and Ayurveda. At the time I had a doubt. I rushed to Arunagiri Yogeshwara asking him, in those days, there was no tools, special equipments. How did our ancient rishis precisely understand about the stars and the whole cosmos and documented? Same way in those days, There was no X-ray machine or anything to see inside the body. How did they study so thoroughly and documented elaborately, including the number of bones, internal organs, their size, everything? Arunagiri Ishvara beautifully revealed this truth to me. The great masters, rishis, who mastered unclutching, they will sit in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. In Nirvikalpa Samadhi, they can see everything happening inside them. They will document. And whatever is happening inside them will change along with moon going up and down. Shukla Bhaksha and Krishna Bhaksha. So observing what is happening inside them, they realized many things related to space. By observing what is happening in the space, they realized many things inside them. Ayurveda and Jyotisha are deeply interconnected. Macroscopic and microscopic, telescopic and microscopic vision is called in Sanskrit the. Understand, everything in the cosmos, Brahmanda, is in Pindanda. Everything in Pindanda is in Brahmanda. This is the first principle you need to listen. Then, Paramashiva now explains the 9 way he manifests, exists spontaneously, simultaneously, synergetically. Because in this verse, he says clearly, Proktani Nava Tattvani Kalani cha Navashrunu. The word Proktani Nava Tattvani Kalani cha Navashrunu does not mean at different times I exist in different way. No. I exist simultaneously as all these Nava Tattva, as all these 9 kalas also happening simultaneously, synergetically, and spontaneously. Vidata Srishtikale tu Stitikale tu Keshavaha. During the Srishti, the manifestation, creation, I manifest as Brahma. During Sthiti, maintenance, I manifest as Keshava, Vishnu. During the Samhara, rejuvenation, I manifest as Rudra. During the Boha, any kind of enjoyment, I manifest as Maheshwara. During Yoga Kala, any kind of focusing your consciousness, uniting your consciousness with the higher consciousness. That is Yoga Kala. He manifests as Sadashiva. Jnana Kale, the time in oneness, means already united in oneness. The knowledge is shining. The space of oneness, the time of oneness, the time of enlightenment, oneness. Jnana Kaledu Bindukaha Dvanikaletu Nadatma Anyakaletu Shaktayah. Listen. Jnanakala, the time of oneness, enlightenment, he manifests as Bindu. Bindu means the highest visualization. I'll explain what is the highest visualization. One by one, I'll explain. Dvanikaletu Nadatma. As the time of the sound, he manifests as Nada Atma, means Anahata Dvani, the sound which is eternal, the sound of the cosmos, sound of the macrocosm. He manifests as Nada Atma, as a sound of the macrocosm. Anya Kaledu Shaktayaha, during the time of will, the pure will, he manifests as Shakti. Sivakale Viseshantu Cheshanu Cha Isanupi Tataha. The Shivakala uses one more word, Viseshantu. During the Shivakala, he as he is, and also he manifests Ishana. Ishana means a liberator. Anugrahamurti. His primordial, first principle of manifestation is Anugraha. Understand? He explains beautifully. I can tell you, I have experienced different powers of different definitions of God. In Upanishad, God is described as Shanti. When I read that definition, I have experienced that Paramashanta. Same way, in Isavasya Upanishad, God is described as completion, Purna. When I meditated on it, I realized that dimension of completion, Purnatva, with various descriptions, definitions, I've experienced God in his various dimensions. But this verse is ultimate. This is something extraordinary. So listen. To experience God, listen. Shrunu. Listen. Life solutions are good, but not spirituality. Don't think life solutions are spirituality. They are beginning, initial level. Real spirituality is the truths, cognitions which puts you in samadhi, oneness with Paramashiva immediately. So, Listen to these truths. Proktani navatatvani kalani cha navashrunu vitata srishtikale. During the creation manifestation, I manifest as Brahma. Listen. Paramashiva reveals about himself as he is in Brahmanda, macrocosm. And it is the truth, absolute truth, for even when he is reflecting in Pindanda, microcosm. So even inside you, any creation, any manifestation, any expression of creativity, he manifests as Brahma. I should say, when Paramashiva manifests as Brahma, it is Parabrahma. And any sustenance happening inside you, through you, inside you and through you. I can give you example. Inside you, sustenance means breathing happening properly, blood circulation happening properly. You maintain a certain thought current and plan properly. All this action is a sustenance happening inside you. Sustenance happening through you. You know, you are sustaining your family, you are sustaining your company, you are sustaining so many things in your life. Any sustenance, Paramashiva manifests in you as Vishnu. When Paramashiva manifests as Vishnu, it is Parandama. Then, any destruction, tons of destruction is happening inside you and through you every second, every microsecond. First of all, so many cells are dying inside you and getting dropped. The science says trillions of cells die and get dropped, the dead cells. So, only if the destruction is happening, you can even be alive. For example, the food you eat need to be burnt by the Jataragni inside you. It has to be destroyed and converted, rejuvenated, transformed into energy. So all destruction happening inside you and through you. There are many destruction you do, even in your own life, inside you and through you. During all those moments, Rudra is manifesting. When Paramashiva manifests in you as Rudra, he is Maharudra. Listen. During all voha, enjoyment time in your life, he manifests as Maheshwara in Brahmanda macrocosm and in Pindanda microcosm. So when Paramashiva manifests as Maheshwara, he is Parameshwara. Listen. Just by listening, you can experience God in you, and you can see how the Brahmanda is happening in Pindanda. By aligning yourself, putting your whole attention, focus, consciousness on what is happening inside you, you can realize Paramashiva in macrocosm, and simply you will realize in macrocosm and microcosm both. Listen. By putting your whole consciousness inside you, what is happening, you will realize Paramashiva in macrocosm, Brahmanda, then microcosm, Pindanda, both. When he says, during the Bohakala, he manifests as Maheshwara, not only just in the macrocosm, universe, Brahmanda, even in Pindanda, he manifests as Maheshwara during all the Bohakala. Listen. You go through tons of Bohakala every day. Tons of Bohakala every day. Even now, the joy of listening, the Boha of listening, the joy of understanding, Boha of knowledge you are enjoying. So during all the Bohakala, he manifests as Maheshwara. Listen. Same way, during the Yoga Kala, means uniting yourself towards the ultimate, consciously uniting yourself to the ultimate. Consciously, when you try to get conscious access to the superconscious happening in you, that yoga kala, trying to have union, when your consciousness is trying to have union with the superconscious happening inside you, Paramashiva, that yoga kala, he manifests as Sadakyoho, means Sadashiva. Jnana kaledu bindukaha. When oneness, during the oneness time, he manifests as Bindu, ultimate life energy, the ultimate visualization and life energy, Chit, consciousness, the pure Bindu, life, the pure Tejas, pure life. In Sri Vidya Sampradaya, the Bindu is the topmost of the Sri Chakra, Navavarana. In that Navavarana, the top is the Bindu, the pure life. During the time of oneness, he manifests as pure life. Now, the most important sacred secret you need to know, all this kala, this time does not happen one after another. Don't think first creation happens, so Paramashiva comes as Parabrahma, Brahma, and then creates. Then Paramashiva manifests as Parandama, Vishnu. and sustains. Then Paramashiva manifests as Rudra and destroys. No. Everything, all 9 happening simultaneously, spontaneously, synergetically. Listen. Many times I give you teachings for you to have health, for you to have wealth, for you to even make better career, for you to have happy mind, better relationships. Many times I give different teachings for your different dimensions to make yourself better being in various fields and various dimensions. Now, I am giving you the ultimate teaching to make you Paramashiva right now. Understand, anything happening in you is one of these 9, and all the 9 is happening in you. Anything happening in you is one of these 9, whether the Srishtikala or Stitikala or Samharakala or Bohakala or Yohakala or Jnanakala or Dvanikala or Anyakala or Shivakala. Anything happening in you is any one of these 9 times, and all 9 is happening simultaneously, spontaneously, synergetically in you. Put your whole consciousness and try to understand this. The samadhi can be triggered right now with this understanding. You can see millions of new cells are getting created in you. The Srishtikala is happening. So Parabrahma is active. So much is maintained in you. Blood flow, breathing, life, heartbeat, so much. So Stitikala, Parandama is happening in you. So much is getting destroyed in you. So much need to be burnt, cleaned. So much destruction is being done inside you. So Rudra, Maharudra is doing his Tandava, means cleaning. All the destruction, the rejuvenation. And always the Boha is happening in you. Listen, it is because Boha is happening, you still have a hope and you decide to live. Your will to live continues because still the Boha is happening in you. Even those who commit suicide, not that they decide not to exist, they decide not to exist the way they exist right now. So even those who are trying to commit suicide, they only want a Bohakala. But they are choosing wrong path, that's all. So Bohakala happens continuously. And Yoga Kala Continuously you yearn to unite yourself with the ultimate. Continuously, whether you believe it or not, there is a deep yearning towards the superconscious happening in you. You always want to have a conscious access to that superconscious happening in you. Whether a child is asking curious question, or you seriously contemplating how, why, when, what of life's questions, how, when, why, who, about you, or God, or Jagat, world, Jiva, Ishvara, Jagat, about any of this, you have any question, it's nothing but Yoga Kala. Part of you consciously striving to have union with the ultimate inside you. So every moment, spontaneously, the Bhoga is happening in you, Yoga is happening in you. Sadashiva is the Lord of Yoga Kala. During Yoga Kala, he manifests as Sadashiva. All this spontaneously, simultaneously, synergetically happening in you. Just putting your consciousness and deciding to have access, conscious access to everything happening in you is enough. You will wake up to this truth. You will wake up to yourself as Paramashiva. Hey, listen, we are Hindus. The moment you are born as Hindus, the moment you are attracted to Hinduism, listen, the hard wiring done inside you to experience Paramashiva is already triggered. It's burning. You are no more a sinner. You are no more a slave. You are Paramashiva. Some religions teach to their followers that they are sinners. Some religions teach their followers supposed to be slaves. Hinduism, Sanatana Hindu Dharma beautifully declares, Shrunmandu Vishwe Amritasya Putraha. Hey, listen. All the sons of immortality. I should say, here the word Putra is not even son, extensions of immortality. Because the way the word Putra is used in Sanskrit, Shrunmandu Vishwe Amritasya Putraha. The extension of immortality. If it says son of Amritan, then we can translate that word as son of Amritan. But here, Amritasya Putraha, the qualities Putra, it means naturally we have to come to a conclusion, the extension of that quality. Because a quality cannot have a son. Only a human being can have a son. Only a person can have a son. Quality son means, qualities Putra means that qualities extension. So beautifully Paramashiva explains in the Upanishads. The Upanishads are naturally revealed by Paramashiva. Shrunmandu Visve Amritasya Putraha, the extension of immortality. In Sanskrit, there is one more beautiful truth. Just few days before we had a Mahalaya Amavasya, you all should know son is the genetical fulfillment of father. See, the genes, the life in the father constantly strives to achieve fulfillment. So all of you should know, if you are doing Shraddha for Mahalaya Amavasya, you are pleasing, supporting, enriching, strengthening your father's life excitement, which is trying to achieve next level breakthrough, fulfillment through you. Whenever your father manifests his fulfillment through you, it will only shower blessings for you. Never ever think your ancestors will interfere with your ambitions. They will celebrate your ambitions and shower a great breakthrough. Like Subramanya is Paramashiva's completion. Paramashiva enjoys Subramanya becoming Gurunada. That is why he takes him and puts him on the shoulder and tells, come on, teach me the principle of Nadatma, the meaning of the Pranava. He makes him Shiva Gurunada. When the son has become Gurunada, father does not become jealous. He puts him in the shoulder and makes him as Shiva Gurunada. So your ancestors, their energy, their DNA, their component inside you only makes you have next level breakthrough in your life, because their ambition to have the next level breakthrough constantly supports, listen, when they leave the body, they leave the pure ambition in you, the pure excitement in you, the pure energy in you, the pure ambition to have a breakthrough and fulfillment. Don't ever think you will be forced to go and live the life as per their ambition if you are connected to your ancestors. No. They give the pure grace and your ambition manifests. They are the pure manifestation of fulfillment. Always respect, worship, remember ancestors. In Sanatana Hindu Dharma, ancestor worship itself can shower you with so many auspicious, wonderful things in your life. Mahalaya Amavasya, Shraddha or Pinda Darpana, remembering the ancestors, worshipping them, bowing down to them, always does good to you. Not only Mahalaya Amavasya, every Amavasya, doing Shraddha or Pinda Darpana, or offering flowers, arghya, respects, devotion, bowing down to them, infuses tremendous life positivity, life excitement, energy to have fulfillment, energy to experience fulfillment. I am describing the principles of Shraddha as it is given in Hindu scriptures and as per my experience, both my own Atma Pramana and the Shastra Pramana of Sanatana Hindu Dharma scriptures and Apta Pramana, our elders, the great rishis' experiences. So listen intensely. These great truths about Paramashiva and his various dimensions can make you experience the ultimate God right now. Just these definitions like a generator, operator, destroyer, that is God, G-O-D. This all looks very initial level. Here, Paramashiva, what he reveals, it is straight experience. These 9 days, Navaratri, I'll decode and reveal all the sacred secrets Paramashiva reveals in this Nava Tattva. It's from Makutagama. Each Agama is considered to be one part of Paramashiva. Like a Kamika Agama is a feet. Karana Agama is the ankle. And Makuta Agama is the crown of Paramashiva. In the crown of Paramashiva, Paramashiva has written this Nava Tattva. It means this is the ultimate definition, I should say ultimate revelation about himself. So listen, this 9 days of satsang, Navaratri satsang, don't miss. Even if you miss live darshan, again watch it at least 2-3 times. Especially sit with your Atma Linga and watch. Because every principle clicks with you. Atma Linga will stand. And not only those powerful cognitions will go inside you, it will also get fully embedded, fully injected, infused into Atma Linga. So, you will have continuously, you will be soaking in this experience and that experience will be soaking in you. Contemplate how Paramashiva manifests as Parabrahma and creates in you and through you. How Paramashiva manifests as Parandama Vishnu and sustains in you, through you. Actually, if you contemplate how the breathing is continuously sustained, how the blood circulation is continuously sustained, how the heartbeat is continuously sustained, how the digestion is continuously sustained, how your life is continuously sustained. You will have 1,000 times more energy to sustain your business and make it successful. Your business is too small compared to the sustenance you are doing in your existence. Anyone who is going through insecurities about the business, spend little time, at least few nights, trying to study how you are sustaining yourself even during the deep sleep. Try to have a conscious access. How even during deep sleep, everything is sustaining automatically inside me. If so much sustenance energy, Parandama, Vishnu is manifesting in me, can't I sustain my business? It is too small. The energy to feel I am smart enough, intelligent enough to handle anything, sustain anything, will manifest as a part of your very existence. When you see how you sustain yourself even during the deep sleep. Just 1 or 2 nights when you fall asleep, focus, decide consciously to have access to the whole sleep and what is happening inside you during sleep. That one can reveal so many things. That conscious access can make you healthy because you can rebuild the body, can make you beautiful because you can change the shape and size, any dimension as you want. You can learn to sustain everything in your life consciously. That is the power of Parandama, Mahavishnu, Keshava. There is so much deeper and deeper insights. Paramashiva reveals in this verse. I'll decode all of it and reveal it to all of you, share it with all of you. Enjoy this Nava Tattva satsangs in this Navaratri time. So, blissful.
Nithyananda, thank you for watching, and if you found the video enlightening,
please give it a like, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to stay connected with us.
Don't forget to click the bell icon to receive the notifications.
As the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva's Jvarabhagna Murti, Kalasamharamurti, and more. I bless you all with Paramadvaita. Paramashivasya Jvarabhatnamurti Kalasamharamurtyayoho Paramavatare Aham Yushman Sarvan Paramadvaitena Asirvadami. Om. 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 Paramashiva Paramburuli பரம வெளிப்பாடுகளான ஸ்வரபக்னமூர்த்தி மற்றும் காலசம்ஹாரமூர்த்திகளாக உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் பரமாத்வைதத்தை அருளி ஆசீர்வதிக்கின்றேன். All the Paramashivoham program level 1, level 2, level 3 participants, I bless you all with power of healing your own body and healing others, designing your body as you want. பரமசிவோகம் முதல் நிலை, இரண்டாம் நிலை, மூன்றாம் நிலை தியான வகுப்பில் கலந்து கொண்டு இன்று தியான சிகிச்சையாளர் தீட்சை அளிக்க, தீட்சை பெற்றுக்கொள்ள ஒன்று கூடியிருக்கும் எல்லோரையும் தியான சிகிச்சையாளர் தீட்சை அளித்து உங்களையே தியான சிகிச்சை மூலம் குணப்படுத்திக் கொள்ளும் சக்தியும் மற்றவர்களை குணப்படுத்தும் சக்தியும் உங்களுக்குள் மலர ஆசி அளித்து தீட்சை அளித்து ஆசீர்வதிக்கின்றேன். All the Paramashivoham program level 3 participants listen intensely. Not only I initiate you into healer's initiation, the power of body scanning, consciously designing your body. All of you who went through this program sincerely, Paramashivoham program level 1, Paramashivoham program level 2, Paramashivoham program level 3, I give you all this boon of Icha Mrityu, leaving your body when you want. You will manifest youthful body and live as long as you want. When you want to leave the body, you will be able to leave as you want. Listen now. Listen to these great truths I am going to reveal today. Intensely internalize. Then you will understand how this power can manifest in you. Aham Paramashivoham Tritiyastarasya Sarvepya Pradibahipya Asisha Dadami Diksham Cha Dadami Yat Ananda Shakte Ananda Gandha Shakte Prayogam Gritva Swan Parancha Rogamukta Kartum Sakyas Sacheta Rupena Swasariram Praratyasu Antardrishti Shaktim Pragatyasu Icha Mrityum Prakatikaranam Guryasu Eka Visesha Diksha Yasyam Bhavantaha Yavat Ichandi Tavat Samayaparyandam Yuva Sariri Jivitum Shakti Shaktim Prapnavandi Idanim Sarve Pradibhaginaha Swasarire Yani Parivartanani Bhavanta Ichanti Yasya दिनाङ्गस्य पर्यन्तं परिवर्तनम् इच्छन्ति तान् सूचयन्तु अस्यां प्रक्रियायाम् अहं युष्मभ्यं सचेतरूपेण स्वशरीरस्य आकारादनस्य सक्ते आशीर्वादं ददामि. ओम ओम ओम. Now all of you listen. This is the direct message from Paramashiva. Life, the purpose of life, goal of life, why you exist, goal of life, why you exist, the productivity of your life is to have conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you. Listen. Whether you believe it or not, you understand or not, you are ready to logically accept or not, the truth is there is a superconscious happening in you which is beyond your control, your logic. That superconscious happening is responsible for your blood getting converted, digested and becoming blood, blood getting digested and becoming blood, your ideas, thoughts, manifesting and moving your body, making you work to fulfill the thoughts you have. Millions of wonderful things happening synergetically, simultaneously, spontaneously in you. If you just try to be a leader, coordinating just 10 people and executing an action, just 10 departments and executing an action, then you will know how difficult it is to coordinate, organize, execute. But your body almost coordinating, executing 10 million things. I am telling you minimum. I can comfortably say at least billion things spontaneously, simultaneously, synergetically. Whether the way your breathing, inhaling happens and oxygen gets separated, pumped into the blood and body wherever the energy is required, and exhaling happens of all the carbon dioxide, or the bread, food, your food basically gets digested step by step, assimilated into your system as energy, and toxins and the waste getting cleaned, the water component going inside and filling yourself and keeps you hydrated, and the wastewater, unnecessary water going outside. Be very clear. There's a big difference, Ayurveda says, between motion and urine. The motion is completely toxic, but the urine is not said as toxic. Only one part, the first part, toxins go out. Then the next part is extra water, which is not needed, which is more than needed, goes out, but it's not always toxin. I'll describe how Ayurveda, Yoga Shastra describes about the body, details, whether the muscles, the way it keeps itself alive, energetic, active, or the breathing system, the way it keeps itself active, functioning, or the blood circulation system keeps itself active, functioning, digestion system keeps itself active, functioning, the neurological system keeps itself active, functioning, all this simultaneously, spontaneously, synergetically, and there are tons of repairing job, maintenance job goes on inside you. So much is happening without your direct conscious involvement, because there is a superconscious happening inside you. Getting conscious access to that superconscious happening is the goal of life. Listen. When you access the superconscious happening inside you consciously, I am not saying you may never need medicines from externally outside. No. If needed, even I take medicines. But you will know precisely what you need. You will know precisely where the repairing need to happen. Multiple things. You will know precisely. You can ask my doctor. My official royal physician is Sona Kamath from US. She is my royal physician. Precisely I will give the diagnosis to her. Then she will procure the medicines and what needed. And she will do what needs to be done. I am not saying if you get conscious access to the superconscious happening, you may not need anything from externally, food or water or medicine. No. I am saying the intake can be drastically reduced. And food or water or medicine, all these you will take precisely. And so many things, untold problems you generate due to unconscious way of life will become irrelevant. You will become so conscious about the way you exist. I'll repeat. Purpose of life is to have conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you. That superconscious happening is what I call as Paramashiva. Some traditions call as Parandama. Some traditions call as Parameshwari. Some traditions call as Parabrahman. Some traditions call that as Paramatma. Any name you may use, whether Paramashiva, Parabrahma, Parandama, Parameshwara, Parameshwari, Paramatma, any name. Having access, conscious access to that superconscious happening is the purpose of your existence. Listen to that, understand that truth. When you get conscious access to the superconscious happening in you, you will understand, you will be able to operate, involve, do what you want with using the manifestation of your superconscious happening. Having conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you is Ichcha Mrityu. That is what is Kala Samhara. That is what is Mrityuhara. That is what is Mrityunjaya. The great Mahamantra, Mrityunjaya Mahamantra, given by Markandeya Rishi, gives you the beautiful description of having conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you, and that Mrityunjaya Mahamantra also opens, it's one of the path to have conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you. Having conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you is becoming Siranjeevi, like Markandeya. Now listen. There are many paths to have conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you. Being ferocious with yourself and focusing on the source of your first person. Focusing on the source of your first person gives you conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you, and everyone around you is also carrying the same superconscious happening inside them. That is why I say every one of you is Paramashiva. Many people say, Swamiji, I can accept you are Paramashiva, even I am Paramashiva, but never my spouse. That is too much, Swamiji. I have seen many people saying, I can very easily accept you are Paramashiva, Swamiji. I can very easily, maybe little more convincing, because you are saying, I'll accept, I am Paramashiva. But whether you say or anyone says, I cannot accept, my spouse is Paramashiva. Listen, everyone has that superconscious happening inside them. To have conscious access to that superconscious happening, love care, deep friendliness is the path, method. To have conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you, being ferocious with yourself and focusing yourself on the source of your first person, unclutching, nirvikalpa samadhi dhyana, all this ajapa japa of Nava Tattva, all this is a methodology to have conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you. Love, care, sharing, deep friendliness, absolute love. Absolute friendliness, absolute care. All this is the method, technique, path through which you can have conscious access to the superconscious happening in others. All power manifestation is nothing but having conscious access to that superconscious happening. For example, if you get conscious access to the superconscious happening inside Agni, Agni is a being, a powerful being. Among the Panchabhutas, Agni is the most powerful being. I'm not trying to create competition. I'm just giving you some facts. So inside Agni, there is a superconscious happening. If you get conscious access to that superconscious happening inside Agni, you will manifest all kinds of power related to Agni. Agni won't burn. Wherever you invite, Agni will start. And wherever you say, please stop your manifestation or expression, he will settle down. If you say, don't destroy these things, he will not. He will do anything you want. Having superconscious being opening up to you and to give conscious access to you, to that superconscious happening only, we use great mantras. Listen. Patanjali's Yogapada describes beautifully a word called samyama, multiple samyamas. Patanjali expresses, describes elaborately wonderful samyamas, and especially Patanjali's disciples who wrote Bhashya, the tradition, who built the tradition by writing commentaries, give elaborate detail about each samyama with mantra, tantra, yantra, to have conscious access to earth, Prithvi Tattva, to have conscious access to water, Jala Tattva, to have conscious access to fire, Agni Tattva, to have conscious access to Vayu, air, the Vayu Tattva, to have conscious access to the superconscious happening inside space, Akasha Tattva. Yoga Sampradaya gives elaborate methodologies to have conscious access to the superconscious happenings in each Buddha and each various elements and various aspects of the universe. Those methodologies are only called as samyama. Life becomes rich in you. The more and more the conscious access you have for the superconscious happening inside you, outside in others, and outside in many of the Panchamahabhutas or many of the elements of the universe, you can have a conscious access to the superconscious happening inside Chandra. There is a Chandra Samyama. You can have conscious access to the superconscious happening inside Surya, Sun, Surya Deva. There is a Samyama for that, Surya Samyama. You can have conscious access to the superconscious happenings in universe, people near you, inside you. Start with inside you because that is easiest. It's the best and easiest. Because the whole Brahmanda is happening in your Pindanda. If you get conscious access to the superconscious happening called digestion in you, suddenly you will realize you are getting direct superconscious access into Agni Tattva, because he is responsible for the whole digestion in you. If you get conscious access to your superconscious happening of breathing, whole breathing system, you will realize you are getting conscious access to Vayu. Whatever superconscious happening is happening inside Vayu Bhagavan, Vayu Tattva. Everything happening in Pindanda is happening in Brahmanda. Everything happening in Brahmanda is happening in Pindanda. Like how many dead cells are dropping off from your body, so many black holes are happening. How many new cells are creating in your body, so many big bangs are happening in the Brahmanda. Brahmanda and Pindanda is just mirroring each other. Mirroring each other. Pindanda is just a miniature version of Brahmanda. Brahmanda is macro version of Pindanda. Having all the methods, having all the methods to have conscious access to the superconscious happening is agamas. See, conscious access to the superconscious happenings in your life, everything from birth to death, that whole knowledge is called Charyapada. If you understand basics of Charyapada, you will understand why even after your death, you need your children, your inheritors to do regular Shraddha for you, to do Maheshwara Puja for you, to give offerings for you, because even after death, leaving the body, you are not dead. You travel to the Pitruloka. You see, if you are initiated by Guru and you have lived a sincere life with Guru Bhakti and connected to Shiva, you directly reach Kailasa. For some reason, if you are not reaching Kailasa, you will be in Pitruloka. As long as you reach Kailasa, you need your next generation to give Shraddha to you. Do not roam around as Preta. Listen, Pitrus who don't get Shraddha from your inheritors, from your parampara, whether you have a Garbha parampara like kids or Guru parampara like disciples, both need to give Shraddha, Maheshwara Puja, traditional offerings till you reach Kailasa. Only after reaching Kailasa you don't need anything. But in Pitruloka, you are stuck, means you are not pure enough or capable enough to reach Kailasa. You are stuck in Pitruloka or any other lokas. If you don't receive Shraddha, you become Preta, Pretatma. Listen, be serious. Do not let your next generation get legally converted or ideologically converted for your sake. Don't say, oh, I came to this country to make money, to have a comfortable life, to give best to my kids. But now I saw my kid is legally converted and ideologically converted. Legally converting, legally getting converted is one. Ideologically getting converted is worst. If your kids, if they legally get converted, you won't receive Shraddha naturally. In their religion, the Shraddha concept is not there. It's only Sanatana Hindu Dharma elaborates the science of Shraddha. Hey, all NRIs, listen. You've done a great job moving to the first world countries for better opportunity, to live a luxurious life or comfortable life, to earn enough wealth and give the best to your kids. All that is great. Make sure you create an ecosystem. Instill Shraddha towards Sanatana Hindu Dharma inside your kids. One of the most happiest moment last 3 days, last 3-4 days, one of the most memorable moment I had is, one of my brahmachari, Rajananda, reported that he is taking Bhagavad Gita class and Sona Kamat's kids, boys are attending. I said, this is the best Sona is doing for our kids and Rajananda is doing for the next generation Hindus. That was such joyful moment for me. I said, all of you, listen, most of you moved to the first world countries for better opportunity. Nothing wrong. Great. Make sure your ecosystem you create around your kids inspires them, helps them, instills Shraddha on Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Because you need them to give Shraddha after you leave the body. Don't be a loser in that world just because you want to make few millions and money in this world. Make money, I'm not saying no, but don't be a loser in that world. So, understand at least basics of Charyapada. Basics of Charyapada. You need your next generation. If you are a Grihastha, the Karvali Parampara means your daughters or son, even daughter can give Shraddha elaborately. Agama describes and accepts daughters giving Shraddha. I can give you Puranic references where daughters gave Shraddha. So, daughter or son or any gender, if your son or daughter has changed the sex and become a different gender, even they have right and authority to give Shraddha. They can give Shraddha. So understand, if you are a Grihastha, your kids, your biological kids, if you are a sannyasi, your Sishya Parampara, anyone has to give Shraddha till you reach KAILASA. If you have little conscious access to the superconscious happening in you, you will know your body still has the remains of your last 7 generation. Paran, Parai. That's what is called Parampara. Last 7 generations, remnants are there in your body. So, giving Shraddha to your 7th generation heals them, heals you. Heals them in Brahmanda, heals you in the Pindanda. Their blessings are directly showered on you. Pitru Devata's blessings, Kula Devata's blessings are fundamental need for your success. Listen. Basically, our temples in those days used to be the place where all these great agamic truths are taught, shared. We are a civilization centered on Brahmanda, not just this planet Earth. Stop being cheap, local, planet Earth. That is why in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, in Sanskrit language or Tamil language, we don't have the word for alien. Because we don't have alien. People from other lokas, other spaces, Deva, Yaksha, Gandharva, even Asuras, Muni, Rishi, all of them come, walk, meet with us. Sometimes they eat with us. Sometimes they have even blessed people with boons, kids, whatever they wanted. So they were never alien for us. You are from such rich civilization where Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and no aliens. Mata cha Parvati Devi, Pita Devu Maheshwaraha, Bandava Shivabhaktascha, Swadesho Bhuvanatrayam. Means my mother is Parvati, father is Shiva. All Shiva Bhaktas are my relatives and my family and friends. And my home country is Bhuvanatraya. Bhuvanatraya means the whole Brahmanda is my home country, my nation. Actually, if you are a Shiva Bhakta, in the column nationality, you need to fill Bhuvanatraya. The Bhuvana we are in, the Bhuvana above and Bhuvana below. That's it. If you are a Shiva Bhakta, in nationality column, you have to fill Bhuvanatraya. Because very clearly it declares Swadesho Bhuvanatrayam. Stop being local and stop calling people from different worlds as aliens. Sanatana Hindu Dharma does not have a word for aliens. The whole Sanskrit you search, there is no word for aliens. There is no word for outsiders. Because we always went there, they came here. As recently as Musukunda Chakravarti has gone to Devaloka to wage war for Indra against demons, Asuras. Not only that he won the war for Indra, and Indra gifted Tyagaraja, that Tyagaraja is still sitting in Tiruvarur as a witness. He brought 7 Tyagarajas. All 7 are sitting in various temples in Tamil Nadu as a witness. For this casual, it is not that only he went. He was able to take his whole Sena, means that was a normal, available common science. Listen. I cannot say the present Tiruvarur chariot is the same chariot which came from Devaloka to Tiruvarur. It might have been newly built or renovated. I don't know about that. I can't say. But 100%, 120%, 1000%, I can give you guarantee that Tyagaraja Swami in Tiruvarur is directly from Devaloka. He is not made in this Bhuloka. He is directly from Devaloka. He is Swayambhu, manifested from Vishnu's heart as his Hridaya Anmartha Murti. Then from Vishnu came down up to Indra. When Musukunda Chakravarti went and won the war for Indra, he was given to Indra, given by Indra to Musukunda Chakravarti, along with other 6 Tyagarajas. Totally 7 Tyagarajas came down to planet Earth. Tiruvarur Tyagaraja, I can be 1000% sure it's the same deity sitting as a witness. Because thousands of our ancestors gave life to protect at that deity. Same way, I can be 100% sure. Again, 1000% sure. Ranganatha in Srirangam, that deity is directly from Brahma to Ramachandra Prabhu and gifted by Ramachandra Prabhu to Vibhishana, because Vibhishana supported Ramachandra Prabhu to win the war in Sri Lanka against Ravana. So he brought the Ranganatha Murti and he is the same deity in Srirangam. Listen. Having conscious access to the superconscious happening called life. The methodology for all of that is documented as Charyapada. If you understand even little bit of Charyapada, you will not allow your kids to get converted legally or ideologically. There's another biggest crime happening, ideologically getting converted. Listen, if you understand even little bit of Charyapada, you will understand you need to be given Shraddha even after you leave the body. And you will not allow your next generation to get legally converted or ideologically getting converted. See, even if your next generation, your kids, ideologically gets diluted, he will not give Shraddha. He will say, oh, what is there? All religion, one and say, jing, jing, jang, jang. What is there? All this, I know there is one ultimate power, God, and I pray to that God. That's all this Shraddha, Puja, all these are just waste. And mumbo jumbo, and these are all just some of the Brahmins made and to make money, and some of these sadhus made to make money, this Maheshwara Puja and all that. This is what is ideologically getting converted, ideologically getting diluted and ideologically getting converted. So understand, do not allow your next generation legally getting converted or ideologically getting converted just for your comfortable life. Don't lose your next generation. Don't lose your next generation. Having conscious access to the superconscious happening called life is Charyapada. All the methodology for that is compiled as Charyapada of Agama. Next, having conscious access to the superconscious happening in all the different gods and goddesses of the higher world, including Paramashiva in KAILASA. Inside Paramashiva, it's just only superconscious happening. Having conscious access to that superconscious happening, having conscious access to the superconscious happenings of different gods and deities and beings of the higher worlds is Kriyapada. That methodology is compiled, organized, presented is Kriyapada by Paramashiva in Agamas. Having conscious access to the superconscious happenings of Antakaranas, Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas, and many of the yogic beings, and even the Panchabhutas and all these kind of elements, that methodologies compiled together is called Yogapada. Processes and methodologies to have conscious access to the superconscious happening called Brahmanda. This whole Prapancha, everything, said, unsaid, is called Jnanapada of Agamas. Paramashiva beautifully given 4 different methods for having conscious access to the superconscious happenings. Having conscious access to the Agni, the superconscious happening inside Agni, through that reaching out to all the gods, and the superconscious happening inside them, that methodology is called Homas. Yajnas, Yagas, never think this long Homas, pujas, ceremonies are something like people who are initial level, they do it. No, do not take them for granted. These long pujas are literally the way to keep you in Sahaja Samadhi. I will tell you, explain the secret. To do these long rituals, for example, like Chandi Homa, you need to recite 700 verses of Chandi. You need to do Purvanga Puja, starting from Ganesha, all the Purvanga Puja, then whole Chandi Homa, and 13 Purnahutis. Then after that, Uttaranga Puja. This whole Chandi Homa, it's naturally a long ritual. To do that, you need to master all 4 padas. You need to be master of Charya Pada, means your lifestyle should completely be aligned, so you have everything, you know everything needed for that long ritual, including time dedicated or the interest generated, inspired. So you need to be having complete knowledge of Charya Pada, whether it's a body hygiene or preparations. Then you need to have understanding about Kriya Pada. Only then, when you chant those mantras, dhyana mantras or all other mantras, you can consciously visualize, invoke those gods, like do prana pratishta, avahanam of those gods and offer the worship. So you need to have a complete knowledge, exposure to Charya, to Kriya Pada. Then you need to have conscious exposure to yoga pada, because in every ritual, kriya pada, you need to do Bhuta Suddhi, means you need to awaken your Kundalini through the pranayama, bring it up to Sahasrara. You need to completely refresh your whole body. You need to make it into Devasarira to do puja or kriya. So you need to be a master of yoga pada to do long rituals. If you do long rituals without charya pada, you will become tired. If you do long rituals without yoga pada, you will feel bored. Same way, jnana pada, you need to have exposure to jnana pada, because you need to have a complete understanding about the whole cosmos and how these rituals directly reach the different gods and goddesses, beings, and benefits you. If you do rituals without the jnana pada exposure, you will become frustrated. Listen, these long rituals needs exposure to charya pada, exposure to kriya pada, exposure to yoga pada, exposure to jnana pada. Without charya pada, if you do long rituals, you will be tired. Without kriya, access to kriya pada, exposure to kriya pada, you can't do long rituals, because kriya pada is the science which describes these long rituals. Without exposure to yoga pada, if you do long rituals, you will become tired, bored. Without charya pada, if you do long rituals, you will be tired. Without yoga pada, if you do long rituals, you will be bored. Without exposure to jnana pada, if you do long rituals, you will be frustrated, because you don't know what has happened. End of the day, whether you reached the goal or did not reach. Long rituals become sahaja samadhi, spiritual, when you have exposure to charya pada, kriya pada, yoga pada, jnana pada, all four. Om, om, om. Listen. Having conscious access to the superconscious happening in you is possible through focusing on the source of your first person ferociously, powerfully, consciously, and having conscious access to the superconscious happening in everyone around you will happen through deep love, ultimate compassion, ultimate friendliness, ultimate care. Having superconscious access happening inside you makes you Chiranjeevi, makes you eternal. We have some of the photographs of the Chandi Homa I performed in 2001, but before 2001, in 2000 itself, I performed Chandi Homa in Tiruvannamalai, just opposite to our ashram, Nithyananda Janmabhoomi Kshetra, KAILASA Tiruvannamalai. Just opposite, we have a Rajeshwari temple, Rajarajeshwari temple, built by my Guru Kuppammal through her friends and relatives. I performed the Chandi Homa there at that time, 2000 itself. We have photographs. We'll try to pull it out. Listen, this kind of long rituals needs exposure to Charyapada, Kriyapada, Yogapada and Jnanapada. All four. Without exposure to Charyapada, if you do long rituals, you will become tired. Without exposure to Kriyapada, you can't do long rituals because it's only Kriyapada explains the systems, methodologies of long rituals. Without exposure to Yogapada, if you do long rituals, you will be bored. Because all the visualizations, the components you need to do using your fresh mind, bright intelligence, is possible only if you have exposure to Yogapada. And that keeps the rituals juicy, alive. Without exposure to Jnanapada, if you do long rituals, you will become frustrated because you don't know whether it reached those gods and goddesses, whether the fruits are going to be showered on you, whether this virtuous circle is generated or not. So all four padas are required to do long rituals. That is why I continuously encourage all my disciples, especially who are part of the Kailasa inside the campuses and Kailasas all around the world. All of you, maybe slowly, not slowly. It means what? Even though I say slowly, it is not slowly. Develop taste for long rituals. You can start with chanting Rudram, chanting Bhagavad Gita, chanting the Chandi. Once you start chanting, even Bhagavad Gita Homa is done. Traditionally, Bhagavad Gita Homas are done. Whole 700 slokas of Bhagavad Gita will be chanted and ahutis will be given. Why do you think I put so many deities in all our temples? All our temples, the unique thing is all gods will be there. I'll try to get more and more. Because then naturally you will start enjoying these long rituals. Enjoying all four padas. So, I tell you, the purpose of life is nothing but having conscious access to superconscious happenings of the universe. Kailasa is all about have conscious access to superconscious happening inside you, in everyone around you, and in every beings of the higher worlds, in every gods of the higher worlds, including Mahakailasa and Paramashiva, every Panchabhutas, every Panchamahabhutas, in this universe, every elements in this universe, whether Prithvi Tattva, earth, water, fire, air, space, Prithvi, Jala, Agni, Vayu, Akasha Tattvas, having conscious access to the superconscious happenings is the fundamental purpose of Kailasa. Giving you all conscious access to the superconscious happenings in various beings and various levels, including you, up to Paramashiva, is the purpose of Mahakailasa. The whole lifestyle of Kailasa, everything is centered on this. Practice ferocious powerfulness and focusing on the source of your first person as a methodology to have conscious access to the superconscious happening inside you. Same way, practice love, compassion, care, friendliness, ultimate love, ultimate love, ultimate love, ultimate compassion, ultimate care, ultimate friendliness, ultimate sweetness. All these should be practiced towards others as a methodology, process to have conscious access to the superconscious happening inside them. That will actually make all of them as part of you. When you have access to when you get access, conscious access to the superconscious happening in people around you, you will suddenly see you have extra hands, you have extra heads, you have extra energy, you have extra people. That is what makes you God while even you are living in this world. Fortunately, Paramashiva's grace, when I was born and brought up in Tiruvannamalai temple, I want all of you to know, many times people try to say, even in the media and YouTube channels, Nithyananda is born in Tiruvannamalai district. No, I am born in not just Tiruvannamalai district or Tiruvannamalai, I am born inside Tiruvannamalai temple. Tiruvannamalai temple has 7 prakaras. The 6th prakaram is called Madavidi. Just like Srirangam and Madurai, Tiruvannamalai also inside temple. That 7 prakaram itself, there are houses. So, I was born and brought up inside Arunachaleshwara's temple, 6th prakaram called Madavidi. The 4 streets. The eastern side is Theradi Veedi, southern side is Tiruvudal Veedi, western side is Pegopura Veedi, and northern side is the Periya Veedi. These 4 Veedis are called Madavidi, which is 6th prakaram of the temple. So I was born and brought up in Tiruvannamalai district, in Tiruvannamalai, that also inside Arunachaleshwara's temple. Madavidi, within the 6th prakaram of Arunachaleshwara temple. So understand, when I was born and brought up with the Paramashiva's grace, of course, even now Paramashiva keeps it alive and shares it with whoever he wants. In Tiruvannamalai, all 4 pada, Charya pada, Kriya pada, Yoga pada, Jnana pada, all was available as a living science. Even now Paramashiva keeps it alive, Arunachaleshwara keeps it alive. And he expresses, he shows himself to people and gives the access. My only work is taking Tiruvannamalai global. The same ecosystem which exists in Tiruvannamalai, making it globally available to all of you and in Kailasa. Just reproducing it with His grace. Multiplying it with His grace, with Arunachaleshwara's grace. Understand? Today, whatever I spoke, this whole satsang, listen few more times. Listen few more times. You will get a complete idea about how Kailasa's lifestyle is. My vision is what exactly need to be done to be a successful Kailasavasi in Kailasa or to create Kailasa ecosystem wherever you are. I am making elaborate satsangs, descriptions on my vision for Kailasa, so it penetrates into each one of you and each one of you become a beautiful ecosystem in Kailasa or wherever you are. It is with the grace of Paramashiva, Arunachaleshwara, with the grace of Paramashiva, Arunachaleshwara, just multiplying this Arunachala's ecosystem globally, making it available to all of you wherever you are and in Kailasa. These are the photographs when I did Chandi Homa in 2000. In the temple just opposite to our ashram, Nithyananda Janmabhoomi Kshetra in Girivalapadi. All right. I'll give few more satsangs on more elaborate details of my vision and even the history of Kailasa, and some more geographies are also ready to be revealed. In further satsangs, I will reveal some more geographies. History of Kailasa is as old as sun. Geography of Kailasa is as new as sunrise. History of Kailasa is as old as sun. Geography of Kailasa is as new as sunrise. We are getting new, more and more. So, I'll reveal few more geographies soon, opening for all of you to come and settle down, whoever is interested. With this, I bless you all. Be blissful.
Nithyananda. Thank you for watching, and if you found the video enlightening,
Please give it a like, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to stay connected with us.
don't forget to click the bell icon to receive the notifications.
As the ultimate manifestation of Paramashiva's Kalyana Sundaramurti, Uma Maheshwaramurti, Sukhasanamurti, Umeshamurti, Gauri Leela Samanvitamurti, Gauri Varapratamurti, Paramashiva Shakti, Devi Meenakshi, and more. I bless you all with Paramadvaita. Paramashivasya Kalyana Sundara Uma Maheshwara Suhasana Umesha Gauri Leela Samanvita Gauri Varapradamurtinam Paramashiva Shakti Meenakshi Swarupasya Parat Paratvenacha Paramavatare Paramadvaita Praptaye Yushmabhyam Sarvepya Asishaha Dadami. Om. 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 Direct message from Paramashiva, directly from KAILASA. Listen. Nava Tattva. As I explained already, this Navaratri, we will experience God through this great revelation of Nava Tattva from Paramashiva. Listen to the original words of Paramashiva in the original language he revealed. Listen. Proktani Navatatvani Kalani cha Navashrunu Vidata Srishtikaletu Stitikaletu Kesavaha Samharakale Rudrastu Bhogakale Maheshwaraha Yogakaledu Sadakyo Jnanakaledu Bindukaha Dvanikaletu Nadatma Cha Anyakaletu Shaktayaha Sivakale Viseshentu Cha Ishanopi Tatakramat Shivamurti Shaktimurtir Nadatma Bindumurtikaha Sadashiva Mageshana Rudra Keshava Vedasam. First thing, listen. Very rarely Paramashiva uses the word listen during verses. When he is revealing the teachings, he is revealing to the beings who are almost in oneness with him. Their attention span is literally exactly as Paramashiva, but he uses the word listen not for them, but for all of us who are going to listen later on from them. In this verse, he is using the word shrunu. First line itself. Proktani Nava Tattvani Kalani cha Nava Shrunu. Means just by listening, you will experience Paramashiva. There are some sutras where he will say, practice, abhyasa, those principles, if you practice, you will achieve that result. There are some sutras, he will say, do puja. So those principles, if you do puja, you will achieve that result. He gives a clear instruction when he reveals the truths to us. In this verse, he uses the word shrunu, listen. So, I will reveal the sacred secrets elaborately, detailed way. Just listen. If your attention span is very short and you want to increase it, just keep the Atma Linga in your hand like this. Keep the Atma Linga in your hand. Keep it near Anandagandha, means above the navel, below the heart, and sit. When I am explaining each principle, your Atma Linga will stand up. You can see it stands up. If it is standing up, everything I am revealing is going directly inside your being, and it is also getting recorded in your Atma Linga. So, if you are wearing that Atma Linga, that's enough. You will never forget these great truths. It will constantly be soaking in your bio-memory, bio-energy, muscle memory. You will be soaking in it. Those great truths will be soaking in you. You will be soaking in those great truths, in those great experiences. So, if you want, I'll give you a few seconds, few minutes. Run and pick up your Atmalinga. And if you want, you can even pick up a cup of coffee, cup of tea, hot chocolate, anything which makes you fresh, alive, increases your attention span. For some people, just a cup of water will increase their attention span. Being hydrated will increase their attention span. For some people, cup of coffee. For some people, cup of tea. Some people, cup of hot chocolate. Anything you want to increase your attention span. Bring it. Sit. You can sip. Not alcohol. Surely alcohol will not expand your attention span. Other than alcohol, you can bring anything you want to drink. Sit. During the satsang, you can continue to sip. Nothing wrong. Don't worry at all. It is not disrespect. You being attentive is all I want now. Because these are wonderful principles. Listen. The first principle. Listen. The first principle you need to understand is whatever is in Brahmanda is in Pindanda. Whatever is in macrocosm is in microcosm. You are just pure reflection of Brahmanda, like hologram. Listen. I was studying the Jyotish Shastra and some of the extended literatures related to Jyotish Shastra and Ayurveda. At the time, I had a doubt. I rushed to Arunagiri Yogeshwara, asking him, in those days, there was no tools, special equipments. How did our ancient rishis precisely understand about the stars and the whole cosmos and documented? Same way, in those days, there was no X-ray machine or anything to see inside the body. How did they study so thoroughly and documented elaborately, including the number of bones, internal organs, their size, everything? Arunagiri Yogeshwara beautifully revealed this truth to me. The great masters, rishis, who mastered unclutching, they will sit in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. In Nirvikalpa Samadhi, they can see everything happening inside them. They will document. And whatever is happening inside them will change along with moon going up and down. Shukla Bhaksha and Krishna Bhaksha. So observing what is happening inside them, they realized many things related to space. By observing what is happening in the space, they realized many things inside them. Ayurveda and Jyotisha are deeply interconnected. Macroscopic and microscopic, telescopic and microscopic vision is called in Sanskrit di. Understand, everything in the cosmos, Brahmanda, is in Pindanda. Everything in Pindanda is in Brahmanda. This is the first principle you need to listen. Then, Paramashiva now explains the 9 way he manifests, exists spontaneously, simultaneously, synergetically. Because in this verse, he says clearly, Proktani Nava Tattvani Kalani cha Navashrunu. The word Proktani Nava Tattvani Kalani cha Navashrunu does not mean at different times I exist in different way. No. I exist simultaneously as all these Nava Tattva, as all these 9 kalas also happening simultaneously, synergetically, and spontaneously. Vidata Srishtikale tu Stitikale tu Keshavaha. During the Srishti, the manifestation, creation, I manifest as Brahma. During Sthiti, maintenance, I manifest as Keshava, Vishnu. During the Samhara, rejuvenation, I manifest as Rudra. During the Boha, any kind of enjoyment, I manifest as Maheshwara. During Yoga Kala, any kind of focusing your consciousness, uniting your consciousness with the higher consciousness. That is Yoga Kala. He manifests as Sadashiva. Jnana Kale, the time in oneness, means already united in oneness. The knowledge is shining. That space of oneness, the time of oneness, the time of enlightenment, oneness. Jnana Kaledu Bindukaha Dvani Kaledu Nadatma Anya Kaledu Shaktaya. Listen. Jnana Kala, the time of oneness, enlightenment, he manifests as Bindu. Bindu means the highest visualization. I'll explain what is the highest visualization. One by one, I'll explain. Dvanikaletu Nadatma. As a